Welcome to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB GT3 Sprint Series Round 7 Race 3 from Fuji, Japan. Hi there everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB GT3 Sprint Series on Project Cars 2. This is race 3 from Fuji, and I'm joined by Will for this one. Hi Will.
Hey, how you doing? Looks like it's going to be a good race for this last race.
Yep, should be an epic one for this last one. Let's have a look at the grid for this one then. So let's go on to our trusty drone and let's see who's on pole. So it is TY on pole position in the Nissan then, so hoping for a bit more of a better result rather than race 1 and race 2. We've got Will in second place, yourself there Will in second.
And Woo Woo in third, and then Nifty in fourth.
We've got Neil Farmack in the second BMW in 5th place, with Blake in 6th in the Acura.
Darren in 7th, and Scott in 8th.
Then we got Bidster in 9th in the Ferrari. We got Tim in 10th.
And then Pash in 11th, and the 4th Acura.
Yep, so plenty of Acuras on track, so definitely the car of choice for this one for a lot of people, which was a bit of a strange one.
Yeah, I figured a lot of people would go with either the Mercedes, Mercedes SLS if they had that available to them, or a Ferrari, because the Ferrari was very stable around here. But it looks like the Acura was the car of choice for a lot of people.
Yeah, the Acura, a very stable car, very easy to handle. So let's start this race off then, and revs rise, off we go at Fuji, and immediately people start to fan out, trying to get as best start as they can down towards turn 1. TY takes the lead into turn 1, and everyone else really close further back. We've got 4 wide in the middle. Oh my word, as Blake gets sandwiched in between Darren and Scott there, and a bit of contact on the way out, and we're still 3 wide towards Coca-Cola. Good start though.
Everybody seemed, even though everybody was fanning out 4 wide, had a good start. It's a little bit of contact, but that's what you're going to see a lot of times in a tight hairpin like that.
A little bit of contact there between Scott and whoever's spun there. No contact, and they both go off. Darren and Scott go off. There was a bit of contact as they came into the corner, but they both get going again. So first sort of major incident we've had near the start of the race though. So race 1 and 2 we got away quite scot-free with everything, and it's all happening further up as well, Will.
Everybody's in the top 4 there, very tight there. All good cars that were good for this track, so everybody's kind of starting to break away from the group there and try to fan out as much as they can.
TY goes wide there. Will has a little look at the inside. Neil with Nifty all over his back, and Nifty really showing his colours here in the Lamborghini. He's had a really good race 1 and 2. He did well to fight back through the field in both races, and he did really well to try and catch up, and he's showing it now because he's right on the back of this train for the lead.
Yeah, and it was very surprising to him go to Lamborghini, because that was the car of choice at Donington, and he was one of the few that didn't use it. So now he's using it here, and it's looking like it's also a good car for this track.
Yeah, and it was also good while everyone else is not using the Lamborghini, which is probably the best all-round car with on the GT3 cars. Probably a good strategy to use it just now. And we're down the straight, and we've got everyone drafting each other. Bids has gone back down to 9th place. He's not had a good start, and Scott and Darren, really bad starts for them. And what's your opinion on the crash, Will?
A lot of it, but it was almost like just like everybody was racing hard there, and then it was kind of coming around out of this next corner we're coming through here. So the car gets really unsettled, and they're probably just fighting hard instead, almost like a racing incident there.
And we saw there that you defended against Will. You defended against Woo quite well. Defended into the corner, kept it just out side by side on the way out. Good defence there from the Acura of Will, and we go into the left-hander here at Leon Corner, and it looks like Will's got a good run out, but that BMW finding its traction very well.
Yeah, that BMW gets traction very, very well. It's a very quick car there. As he goes a bit wide there and loses some momentum on the curb, so you have to fold right back in the line. The
reason why I brought up the curb there, Will, is that I'm not sure if you saw in the other races, but we had Blake who did a full 360, almost a complete 180, and then ended up facing the wrong way towards traffic, and a lot of us had to duck and dive out of the way. It was quite the entertaining one, as we've still got TY in the lead. Bids has moved up ahead of a few people as well. I think we've had, Blake's had a demise. He's gone back down the order, so Blake's had some kind of mistake there somewhere. He split Scott and Darren up. Bids is trying to get on the back of the pack, but everyone else getting a bit close now.
Now everybody's kind of fanned out because of a little incident there on lap 1, but now everybody's starting to pack back up. A lot of it is people catching up in the turns there, and then once you go in the straightaway, drafting each other and packing right back up.
And we were in the BMW. Then the BMW showed its pace in the other race as it won the drag race for a podium place on the podium, and we were then on the inside of Will there. But that Acura really good on the brakes, and Will just keeps the inside and possible contact there.
I'm not sure there. It looks like he had a little bit of a wide run out of the corner and kind of had to end up pushing me wide there, but it means he had the speed going down in the corner and just had to do everything he can to maybe outbrake him safely.
Is it Neil? Someone's lost it? Neil,
yeah,
I think.
It's like Neil's way off there.
I mean, just say Neil's way off there. He's done the same mistake as he did in the other race. He made a mistake there before, and he's done. It's happened again. Deja vu has happened again, and Bidster again moves up another place, and Pash and Tim as well. So Bidster and Pash getting some gifts here in this race so far, but hopefully we can see them both press on as the race goes on. So we've got Nifty Dart Ninja. He's still a threat in 4th place. He's right behind Will as Tim goes very deep into the corner there. That was a complete outbreak of himself there.
Yeah, I see that a few people have done that because how that corner is, it's kind of downhill and cambered, so you can't catch it, and you end up paying for it if you do. And
I've said it in the previous race. It is technically a chicane, but really, Will, it's more of a hairpin than into a chicane on the exit, because it really is a hard, like you just said, it is a really hard one to slow down for.
Yeah, it is a chicane, but it has a hairpin that leads into one, so you really have to get the car slowed down because you're almost turning at 90 degrees and going back and then turning again. So you really have to watch how you set the car up that corner.
And passing the draft and just behind Tim there, moving left and right, just trying to put him off a little bit there, and not quite able to get through there as Neil on the straight. He's weaving backwards and forwards, but the reason why Neil's weaving, guys, is because he's still got a problem with his wheel from the previous race. Because you saw in the last one, Will, that Neil ended up finishing last because of his wheel problems, and he ended up having a major vibration on his Fanatec wheel. So well, hopefully he can get some kind of a fix for it, but it's not going to help his championship campaign.
No, it's not, and I heard him during race night that car's tires also were very bad. Like after halfway through, had no grip, could barely control the car, and his wheel messing up didn't really help his championship hopes in this race either. Well,
that'll explain. That'll be a good explanation then of why Woo Woo sort of fell off the pace in the last half of the second and first race, because like you said, Will, probably the grip falling off. And that's a good little insight there from Will that just explains that yes, some cars are good at first with the grip, some cars really do start to lose the grip later on in the race, or some cars come alive. It depends on how the car is. But now we're looking back to a little battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. Bidster's decided to join in on Pash and Tim, and Tim's doing a good defence here.
And Tim's been really good on defending in his first season with us, so I mean, he's going to get drafted, but if he can set it up right, he might be able to get something out of turn 1 here.
And if Tim does well enough in this race, he'll find himself in contention for second place in the championship. So he'll really find himself up there as he defends the inside, and then we can see, Nifty runs wide as well. This is going to turn into a massive scrap here. Nifty's gone backwards for some reason, so Nifty must have made a mistake out the previous corner or something. I didn't really see anything, but looks like Nifty's lost the back of Will, and now it's a 4-car train for 4th place.
Yeah, and that's what we saw a lot in this race is that a lot of cars, you have split ups, but then you get these little packs of cars that would run together. And
lead from Will. We've had a change of lead here, Will. We missed that, but TY looking like he's losing pace. I wonder if he's slid the car again like he did in race 1 and 2, and after he had that first slide we've been on the controller, he just lost all grip.
Yeah, TY's had a problem with that in a few cars. And he slides the car, and then from there's no grip there, and that was getting pretty tight down the chicane.
Yeah, Tim defending against Bidster. No, you're not coming through, Bidster. I'm going to hold you off as much as I can, Sunshine. I might be new in the championship. I'll tell you something. Tim might be new to the championship, but he's not afraid to get his elbows out.
No, he's not. He defends very well, and he's very aggressive on the car behind him. Every now and then, you may have something that's like, I don't know if that'll work, but most of the time he gets through very cleanly and has very good battle for the people he's battling with.
And one thing to add to that as well is the fact that he's one of the most fairest racers that we've come across so far. and he knows quite a bit of English. He communicates very well with us, but he's very good driver, and very aware of his surroundings, which is one thing that we find quite rare to come across. As Pash has a little look at the Ferrari, but I think Pash just trying to put more pressure on Bidster rather than try and pass. But Bidster has a go at Tim as Tim hits the back of Nifty there. I'm not quite sure if that was an out-braking move or Nifty was early on the brakes or something, but Bidster meanwhile has made up the place on Tim, takes advantage, and again we find Nifty with a bunch of cars behind him.
Yeah, and it seems like every now and then Nifty holds up there just a bit. It almost looked like in turn one there that he was expecting Bid to come through, and so he let up just a bit more than usual, and Tim had nowhere to go. So that let Bid come through, and now he's all over Nifty.
Yeah, all over the back of Nifty, and also Will is starting to slow down in front, so Will's having a bit of a problem there. I think they're all catching each other. Wu and TY are holding each other up at the front, and that's causing everyone to close up as Bidster dives down the inside of the inside. Of the inside of the inside, that's a new word, of the Lamborghini, and takes the position. So a good move there from Bidster on the brakes, and Tim now looking to try and put Nifty back even further while he's vulnerable, and now can't quite get it stuck in there, and Patch having a look down the inside of Tim now, side by side up to the top of the corner. Ooh, side by side through there, that's brave, and that's just where Tim's car is there, Will, is where we saw that massive bit of water in race one.
Yeah, that's the corner. In race one, it was basically, and you see here they let it drag out towards that curve, then bring it back. And in race one, if you did that, you were going to go as Brad did, or Blake did in race one. So you just lose the car in the water like that. So that was a big puddle spot for the race.
Let's go for the lead, and TY, he's off at the first corner, he's spun round, no! He's gone round and he's stopping. Nifty has nowhere to go, and no, Nifty goes, Tim goes round one way, and I think the other car was probably Patch going the other way. So that got a bit heated all in one go, Will, and we'll have to get some in fact, actually, we'll just take a quick break and we'll get some replays on that now. Here's the replays of the first half of the race.
Alright, this is the first replay of the last race. Everybody's kind of packing down into turn one, getting really close to each other, going 3 wide right there, just a little bit of contact between the two Acuras. Scott goes a bit wide, so does Tim, now we're on board with, and everybody's kind of going 2 wide right there. Blake gets a jump out of it. They're going down in a Coca-Cola curve right now. Good entrance there. I'm getting really close there. Both Scott and Darren both get loose, and then there at that point Darren had no way to catch it. He got loose again, and contact between Darren and Scott.
Okay guys, here's a replay of what happened to Blake then on lap 2. So on board with Patch, watch Blake's car in front into the corner, runs wide, and you see the back end is over rotated. He can't quite get it back, he's on full lock, but still it's not enough, and into the wall he goes, and down really far down the order. Scott goes through, Darren's almost going to go through, but Blake gets it turned round.
Alright, we're back with another replay here. I'm looking at Neil, we're on board with Tim. We're getting ready to go down in here to one of the problem corners we've had with some people with grip. Tim kind of goes through, no contact. Neil kind of over-rotates, slides the back, gets on the curb, and just breaks loose there and gets really off coming into 160 yard.
Okay, now here's a little look at what the first of the replays that happened to Darren there on lap 2. So watch here, he goes into the corner as he slides, rear end over rotates, he catches it, and it just happens again as he straightens out. And then he ends up, he's still in second gear, he's got to try and find the gear. There we are, he's found the gear, got down the gearbox, and then eventually gets going, but that's lost him a hell of a lot of time.
Alright, for this replay, we'll be on the outside onboard cam with TY. This is going to be the change of lead. They go down into turn 1. Good entrance there, and then on the outside of it, TY just gets a bit spur on the rear end of it, and then that allows Wu to come through on the inside and take the plate.
Okay guys, here's a replay of TY and Wu then just starting lap 7. Watch the brakes on Wu's car. As you go to brake to the corner with brake, and then TY brakes at the same time, he's closing up, but then the rear end just ends up getting a little bit loose. There's a bit too much front bias on that car. He loses it, and then Nifty's like, I've got nowhere to go. And Patches, thank you, it's Christmas, and Tim's running wide and going to the shops and coming back. And Nifty then gets the car going, but TY also, but he's lost a lot of positions there. And now back to the race. And as we come back from that, Nifty's lost it. I think his tyres are overheated like TY's will have probably done as well, and Nifty goes off. But just try and summarise if you can, Will, what we just saw before the replays.
I mean, TY's having a problem with his tires, so it looked like he went into turn 1 there, and I think I remember hearing something during the race that he wasn't expecting Woo-Woo to brake when he did, and when he did, he went on the grass and just lost it with his tires how they are. There was no way of saving it, and it's almost looked like he had it stopped there. He slid to a stop and then came forward. So I didn't know if he was thinking to move to try to get out of everybody's way, or if the car rolled, or what happened there. But yeah, I mean, a very big incident in turn 1 there, and it just Nifty was in a bad place at the wrong time.
Yeah, wrong place at the wrong time for Nifty, and then end up with cars going either side of him. The main person that's benefited from this is Bidster. He's found himself in second place all of a sudden. So Bidster's back in second place, attacking Woo-Woo, and also, well, I seem to have passed you.
Yeah, that's what normally happens.
That's so modest. As no, we've still got you right on my tail though. You're in the draft, so you could possibly get through again. Yes, I know we're talking outside the fourth wall, but oh well, never mind. It's how it goes as Bidster strives down the inside of Woo-Woo into the first corner. And when you're looking at Will's car, I don't want to change the camera because it will do it. And Bidster gets through. Good move for the lead.
And now's going to be the time of the race, so we're going to need to start watching them BMWs, because this is right about when them tires go off. So I mean, Woo-Woo's going to have to do a lot of work to try to keep up and not have drop any more places. And
it just so happens that he's got 3 Acuras chasing him down. So how convenient for you guys, but not convenient for Woo-Woo. As we see Pash go a bit wide there. Tim trying to take advantage of Pash. He did this move earlier around the outside. He's trying to go around the outside of Pash. Oh, Pash shows him the curb, and he's still showing him more curb. Oh, this is aggressive stuff, but it's fair but aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, Patch did go a bit wide, but that was defensive going wide. I mean, there was no contact there, and it was good racing. And it looks like Tim got on the curve there, lost a bit of momentum, but now he's going to go back up the inside here and have the line for this next corner.
We go the hill, and Patch is still on the inside, but Tim he did this before, carries momentum around the outside, and he gets the inside for the next one. But Patch now, all he can try and bank on is try and get in a good run around the outside, tuck the car back in like he's doing, and get the run onto the straight. What a battle this is.
Yeah, right now this is one of the closest battles on track right now, and it's shown to be one a good battle too. Now they're going to go side by side in the draft, but it looks like maybe Tim might have just had the better momentum there, because he's staying ahead, but Patch is now, all of a sudden his car has come alive and is doing a drag race down the straightaway.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is hit the rev limiter as you're going down the straight, because you'll lose so much time. But Tim's on the inside for the hairpin, the important line, and we've got, yeah, he just gets the position there, so Pash had to lift out of that. But going back to that previous corner where he went wide, it could have Pash could have so easily squeezed him out if he wanted to, but that's the fair racer within Pash.
Yeah, I mean, that was an easy squeeze move right there, but he didn't take it. So that just shows, the people we have racing in LPB is, everybody's good, clean, and fair. And if something does happen, most of the time they own up to it and just move on to the next race.
Yeah, just own up, move on, and try and dust it under the carpet the best way you can. But one thing I've noticed at this point of the race is we're still on lap 9, and Woo-Woo is still attached to the back of that Ferrari. It doesn't look like the tyres are going off as much, unless the BMW could like these hotter conditions, because remember, race 1 and 2 was run at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, well, I just said that, and he just slid. This is 11 o'clock now.
I mean, he's having a bit of slides here and there, but it looks like he's able to control the car a bit better. I'm wondering almost if Neil's tire problem a lot was his wheel acting up, so that could have also been it too. But I mean, he's Nifty's Woo-Woo sliding just a bit, but that if he keeps doing that though, that will put him in the same situation as Neil if he keeps sliding the car like that.
Yeah, he's going to be very careful, and one thing we all found a bit difficult is turn 1. Obviously goes down into a dip, and a lot of the corners that were off camber. And the thing is with Fuji, about half the corners around Fuji are off camber, which doesn't help the situation, but luckily a lot of us managed it well. Let's have a little look at TY then. So he's had that slide, he had that off in this corner a few laps ago, but it looks like this time the tyres have held on.
Yeah, it looks like he's finally gotten a hold of them tires after they slide a bit. I mean, he's not right up this battle right here, but he's slowly closing back in lap after lap. So he's really going to be trying to reel them cars back in to get in as much places as he can.
Here's a look at Scott and Blake further back. So we've got Scott in 8th, Blake in 9th. Not the best weekend for them. Scott got a good 2nd place. Blake's just not had much luck in these races in this one, but hopefully have some better luck next time out at Monza. And obviously it depends the car pick for Monza, which should be quite interesting for a lot of people, because a lot of people will probably choose harder handling cars and cars that are better off for speed. So we'll have to see what happens there, and that could be again another crucial choice for the championship.
Yeah, now it's getting down because we're in the final 3 races of the championship now. So car choices are starting to get a bit slick. It looks like there's somebody up in the wall back there. I couldn't really see who it was. It's like it might be a Renault or an Acura up in the wall.
It's Darren. He's a lap down. I think he's had a major problem there or something. He's 1 minute 38 behind the leader, so that's definitely over a lap behind now. And some major problem there for Darren. We'll try and get that in a replay at the end of the race, but any ideas on what that could be, Will? Because I mean, I'm scratching my head.
Well, I mean, the entrance into that 3rd sector S it's very hard corner. Every race we've done here, I've had a major, not major, but a good difficulty with that. It's just either you clip the curb going into them, you lose the car, or you go way too wide, get wheel spin in and spin the car. So I'm guessing he went way too wide, got on the curb, and just unsettled the car, and then had a big wheel spin there and just backed it into the wall.
Yeah, and well, it's a bit strange how long it took him to recover though, unless he went off earlier and we didn't notice it. But yeah, Darren's definitely at the back of the field now for definite, and he's I think let's have a look at everyone else on lap 11. Yeah, Darren's on lap 10, so he's definitely a lap behind. So we'll get that clarified for you later on then, guys. We'll get that clarified for you later on. But meanwhile, we focus on the battle of the lead then. Bidster and Woo Woo, who are now the 2 closest cars on track. Woo Woo's reeled Bidster in a bit. 139.7 for Woo Woo, and Bidster on a 140.0. So 7 tenths the difference. 3 tenths the difference in lap time. But you can just see there the throw. Meanwhile, in the background, just cut away there. But Will and Tim very close there, and Tim now really attacking on the inside, really trying to get past Will here, and alongside each other. And this is going to get heated because Pash is in on this as well. Everyone swaps corners. Quick, Will, you take it before my heart goes through the roof.
And now all 3 Acuras now are going to try to see who can get the better run onto the straightaway. Tim's going to tuck down inside the corner and going to go wide just a bit, get up on the curb, and got it. A little bit of contact there.
Bit of an over-rotation in the rear end from your car there, Will, and it almost causes Tim a little minor heart attack, and Pash is thinking it's Christmas.
Has lost momentum. Now Pash is going to shoot straight through, and then it looks like I'm going to pick up on the draft there and try to tuck back into the battle.
Tim on the inside then, very close as we go into turn 1. Tim on the inside, Pash on the outside. Will looking to try and get the cut back on both of them. Don't get too greedy, Will. that's where you end up getting paid for it. But Pash is still trying to get alongside you, but theoretically the car on the outside line should get the run into the corner, but Pash doesn't like that script. He's lost it in the background, just a little twitch, and TY now could see himself in another place, but that Nissan is not the best around the corner. I'll let you take this one, Will.
And now the Nissan and the Acura will go side by side, but the Acura now is looks like he got to run TY, not the greatest car there for that corner. But he's going to be all over the back of Pash right now coming down into the chicane. That just shows you one little twitch can change your race as we go down to the chicane then, or the hairpin / chicane. So into it, Pash looks like he's in a bit hot, but no, gets the car slowed down. So TY then looking a bit more racy in this last half, and from that spin earlier on, like we said with the tyres, I did not expect this from TY, but he seems to be, I think the Nissan must like the warmer temperatures. Yeah, it's looking like the warmer it's getting, the better that Nissan's getting, so it's just one of those cars that the warmer it is, the better it handles on its tires.
A little update up front then. We're about to start the last lap of the race. We've been on the penultimate lap. We are now going to be on the last lap of the race. Bidster is leading the way, and he's actually gapped Woo Woo a little bit there. Lap times should be interesting. Let's have a look at the top left corner as we go for the lap times. Across the line, it's a 139.2 for Bids and a 140.2 for Woo Woo. So Bidster pulling out the gap then. So now's the time to push.
Yeah, now's the time to push, but don't be too risky with it, because you're on the last lap. You have a 1 second lead, so nobody wants to take too much for get too risky. But all these cars close to the battles are going to be really swapping around and see who's going to get the place on this last lap.
And TY going around the outside of Pash on the first corner, trying to keep it around the outside. That Nissan getting braver and braver. That Nissan looks like it should be a massive like family sedan compared to these Acuras, but TY just gets pushed out wide there, and Pash takes the 5th position back. But you could just see the speed of that Nissan, because as we looked at Bidster and come back on the space of the whole straight, the Nissan had come straight back up into that middle of that battle from probably the same gap as that. So just shows you the top end of that Nissan.
Yeah, that Nissan is really picking up its pace now, and TY is wanting by, so this is going to be a good few last corners there. Blake has a big off there. It looks like he may have probably lost it again in that kink.
Probably the exit of Coca-Cola corner, yeah, lost it on the outside, but Bids looking like he's going to win the race. But we'll just quickly look back to this battle here, because it's not over yet. Pash will definitely try and have a go at Will if he can, but it's going to be a close finish. Oh, Will goes wide, and Pash gets the gap on the inside. He goes through. Can he hold it though, Will?
And they're both going to cut in. We'll go side by side now. It's a drag race down to the checkered line, and Bitcher's going to take the win with Woo Woo in second now. And it's like the drag race is still going on back there with Tim going in through 3rd.
And the drag race is on, and TY's going to try and make it 3. Oh, there's contact! And TY's in the wall. Did he cross the line? Oh my word, it all changed. I was trying to get other people across the line, but oh my word, that was... We'll have to get some replays on that, Will, because that was absolutely mental. But Nifty takes 6th. Oh wow, I just want to talk us over the last couple of finishes, and then we'll get some replays on that, because that was insane.
And now Scott's going to come through in 8th with Blake right behind him in 9th.
We've got Neil going to be in 10th for definite, and Darren's a lap down. So, but yeah, that was an incredible finish to that race, especially with Pash, Will, and TY. That got very, very close there, didn't it? And you can just see there Neil's problem. I'll just let you explain about that problem, Will.
Yeah, by what I remember him hearing, it's like his wheel, all it wants to do in a straight line is just shake back and forth. But yeah, is do that right there, and that's not what you want. So I mean, it's just a wheel error, and hopefully this week you can have it back up and running, so he can try to keep somewhat of his championship hope alive.
Yeah, let's hope he can do that, and we'll run through the championship standings in a moment for you as well. But Darren comes to the line then, a lap down, but not a good race for Darren. We'll get it clarified on what happened to him as well. But we'll now go straight to the replays of the second half of the race, followed by the results and the overall standings. Here's the replays of the second half of the race.
Alright, and now in one of the last replays here, gonna have Darren's big moment here. He comes on here, rides a lot of the curb, looks like he wheel spins it, and then from there just nobody catch it, hits the wall there, and is stuck in the wall there and just waiting. He backs up to try to get the car turned around, but it's not wanting to spin. And then he hits at the wall again and is waiting. And then now it looks like he's just going to wait for the pack to get through. He's still waiting, and then now here everybody comes through the rest of the field, and now he's going to have to wait for most of the field to go by. And then now he finally gets rolling and going again, so a big incident for Darren there.
And now here's the last replay then. We're on board with TY looking at Passion and Will in front, and I've got Will on this replay as well, and this is about to get fun.
Yeah, now everybody's starting to kind of pick out because this is the last lap here. I'll move over just a bit on pad, but try to leave some room. TY is now coming through here, and he comes through right about now, and then just move over just a bit, and then TY taps the back and breaks the car loose.
And then he gets the car loose, and then let's see, as you see there, Patch ends up crossing the line to win, to get fourth, should I say, and then Will goes through, and TY actually crossed the line sideways there, but it was a bit of a strange car movement there by yourself, Will, but I don't know if you want to explain what was going on there, but I think you had a bit of you just moved out to give Patch a bit more room and didn't realise TY was coming across.
Yeah, and it was the point. I was trying to give Patch a bit more room, because I looked over and saw how tight we were, and my controllers were messing up a bit. It either over-exaggerates or under-exaggerates the movement, and I went to go move over, and TY just came through it, and there was no place for him to go.
Let's look at that now at full speed, and let's have a little look again. So here's the full speed version of that. This is how quickly it happened. TY goes to move out, and then Will comes across because he's trying to give Patch some room, because there's a little twitch between cars, and then TY gets it in the wall and still keeps his seat. That was the replays of the second half, and now we will go to the results. So it is Bidster who takes another victory here. Well done to Bidster, 2 wins in a row, with Woo Woo in second place. It is Tim in third, good podium for Tim there, and then Pash is in fourth position, with Will in fifth, very close finish between them, and also TY in sixth place. They were all very close over the line, epic finish between them. Nifty Dart Ninja in seventh, we've got Scott finishing in eighth, Blake finishes in ninth place, it's 10th position for Neil Farmack, and 11th for Darren. So we all managed to finish this time, no disconnections or retirements. And now we move on to the overall point standings after round 7. Bidster in the lead on 370, not looking like he's going to be caught now by Pash in second on 299. 694, Neil and Tim apiece, so equal third now. Tim, incredible performance by him so far. 268, 1 point behind them for Woo Woo. Nifty Dart Ninja on 182, 168 for Darren, 8th for Blake on 165, 151 for Bert in 9th, Scott in 10th on 139, TY 122 with Will on 121, that's very close there for 11th place. Intrepid on 76, Growly 72, Twirly 62 in 15th. The teams is Bidspin Wolf on 585, then it's 537 for Woolmac, 467 for Dash, bit further behind. A big gap to Bertie on 317, 286 for Wilney and Growly Ninja on 283, so they're looking very close as well. So as we come back from that then, your winner of the race is Bidster. He is also still leading in the championship. Quite a convincing lead of 71 points overall. So he's not quite won the championship yet, but again, it could be quite close still. And Pash, Neil and Tim now are all very close together as well.
Yeah, now it's going to be a real fight down the championship because now we only have 3 races left, so it's going to be a real fight for who's going to finish where in the championship.
Yeah, and a big thank you for Will for joining me for this one again. Will, I hope you've enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it was a very good race down, from the start all the way to the finish. Big moments everywhere, and it's going to be a good, interesting last 3 races of the season with how racy everybody's wanting to get.
Yep, so thank you for everyone for watching this race, and we'll see you guys next time for Monza, which will be round 8 of the championship. We'll see you there, everyone. Take care. Thank you for watching race 3 with me and Will by LPV Racing. Hope you all enjoyed that one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content and more races in the future. And next time, everyone, it is round 8 of our season on the GT3 Sprint Series. Race 1 is at Monza GP. We will see you at Monza.